I am Eduardo Chama, and I am playing Leporello in the new production of Don Giovanni by Mozart with Atlanta Opera 2012. Leporello is a little bit the one that brings the humor to the drama giocoso. Is the one also, it's the only role in the opera that have these lines that talk to the audience. So it's a kind of, to me, it's a little bit of Da Ponte, the writer of the libretto, or Molière, or Tirso de Molina. The catalog, to me, is the story of Don Giovanni. He is the one that basically survived him and tells the story about all the other roles that survive him as well. During the short life of Don Giovanni, I don't believe that he died very, very old. Don Giovanni, however, had those scenes, musical scenes, and musical lines that there are incredible, like the trio at the beginning and the trio at the end with the Commendatore and Leporello. He has a complex evilness that is very lovable for the audience, but it's not really, I mean, he's a very charismatic, but he's a very complex figure. He doesn't end relationships in a very good way. I don't think Leporello is at the service of Don Giovanni for the money. I think he's addicted to the excitement that the life with Don Giovanni brings. Until that morning, and I will be very specific, I work with many directors where they think Don Giovanni killed before. I don't think so. I don't think the key of the story in this opera is that the opera starts with Don Giovanni doing something completely new. He killed somebody. And I think he found in this killing, in his sword penetrating the heart of a human being and taking the life of somebody else, something more powerful than conquering and making love to a woman. And I think that's the moment that the universe or God or whatever you believe in tells to him, wait a minute here. And from that moment on, a man that probably slept every night with 1 or 2 or 3 women couldn't even conquer 1 woman. And he becomes a fugitive of the law. Everything goes down. And to me, that's the key. And for me, Leporello, I think, is a key as well to see Don Giovanni, first of all, to kill for the first time. And I utilize that a little bit to put my status a little higher with him. You know, now I know that you did something really bad, you know. I can go to the authorities and, you know, and denounce you. And also, there is something about the excitement of being not in the path of the law. Before was easy running for women. Now we are running really from the police, from people like Don Ottavio that want justice, etc., etc. So it's a little bit different. And I think that excitement is that addiction that Leporello has to Don Giovanni that make him stay with him, not the money. There is something about this relationship that is probably a relationship that started very young. I think that Don Giovanni and Leporello are together since childhood. Probably they grew up in the same castle or something. That's why they know very well each other. That's why Leporello can become Don Giovanni for an hour without Donna Elvira knowing that he is Leporello. And in the same sense, Don Giovanni can become Leporello without the mob of Mazzetto killing him, because he can really show, you know, how Leporello works and sings and talks. So, although from different families and different backgrounds, I think they grew up together somehow, and one ended serving, you know, traditionally the families that they live in the castle, the sons, the daughters will continue the work of their parents. However, I think that Don Giovanni, because he never had the need to work, decided to start traveling and continuing with his seductions, adventures. I think it more than sex, it has to do with the power of conquer. And the power of conquer, it becomes complicated when you become very famous, when you have a reputation. So that's why he needs to try with a mask, or dress as a woman, or dress as Leporello. He needs more excitement. And when Don Juan has this reputation that he's a great lover and a great seductive, or many women, like Zerlina immediately, you know, in 5 minutes, decide to go to his castle, because he has a reputation. And I think that in a way worries him a little bit. You know, Don Giovanni wants a little more excitement as well. So he needs to travel to places that nobody knows him. He needs to dress differently and try different women and different backgrounds. Like in the catalog area, you know, Le Porel Hotel, from every class of society, every form, old women, young women. He is not a nice person. Even though the audience loved Don Giovanni at the end, like they loved Mephistopheles at the end of Faust, because we have this special attraction to the bad people, he's not a nice person, and I think that's the clue.